2019 NCAA Division I Men's Cross Country Championship is underway. 10K on this wet, soggy course. Will NAU win their 4th consecutive title? See your ACC champion there, Peter Sufer from Virginia Tech. Oh, you can see how slippery it is. Not great for him, but great for those watching to understand what the conditions are like out there at the moment.
And a bit surprised that there's not a heavier NAU presence right now at the front.
Yeah, looks like Rahava and Noor there maybe back in the 20s or so. BYU still in the lead, unofficially by 46 points. So the lead shrunk a little bit, but still a healthy margin. Colorado still within a few points of NAU, about 7 points back. Stanford still in that 4th spot. Notre Dame moves up a spot in front of Oregon.
You know, this isn't too far out of where BYU hoped to be positioned at this point. I can tell you Coach Eystone probably wouldn't have believed that they'd be up on NAU this much at this point. I think what's happened is, you know, we're just not seeing the NAU pack, the NAU All-American pack. I mean, talking pre-show, we're expecting 5, 6, 7 guys on NAU to be All-Americans, and they're just not in those positions yet. And so, you know, maybe they'll move. Maybe this is a team like Oklahoma State of the, you know, early 2010s, where they're going to move really well over the second part of the race. But it's muddy out there. It's heavy. It's, you know, it's kind of hard to move. And so, you know, this is a race where Coach Eystone would be saying, guys, you want to be where you want to finish by 5 or 6K.
BYU is on the verge of history. This is something I'm sure you guys have talked about for years.
You know, that's the thing. When you're on programs like this that are on the outside looking in to these dynasties and building, we're talking about this for years. And I remember as a senior at the end of the year saying, hey, someday BYU is going to win a national championship. And when that happens, I'm going to say this is my team. And so there's a decade of teammates that are watching and cheering for BYU.
And Sufer, who's been leading this whole way, has now been connected by Edwin Kurgat of Iowa State and Klecker just behind him. I mean, the last 1K of this race, if BYU can hold it together, I think it's going to be hard for NAU and Colorado to close that gap.
Well, and that's what the coaches are screaming at them, and that, you know, everybody's hearing where the winning team's at.
Something just happened here with Kurgat, because it looked like Klecker and Sufer weren't that far, but Kurgat now putting in a surge. But up front, we're going to celebrate this individual title for Edwin Kurgat. The Iowa State senior is going to win this thing, and looking smooth and comfortable. Just over 30-30. There you go. Edwin Kurgat, your 2019 NCAA champion. Joe Klecker behind him. Mance for 3rd, but big points for BYU. Sufer in 4th. Kiprop in 5th. Cooper Tier is going to finish in 6th. John Dressel in 7th. It looks like Kimboy from Campbell in 8th. Keegan comes back for Alabama at 9. Purdue, Tulsa,
Jarrett Carpenter there, and then
Indiana.
Kyle Mao.
So your top 11. Tulsa's got another. All right, let's watch. BYU's got 2 in. BYU's got 3 just in front of NAU's first. NAU's got 2. Stanford's got 3 that just rolled in. NAU's got Beamish. Colorado's right there with them. Got BYU again. That's 4. BYU's 5. 5 in for BYU. This might be a tough one for anyone to overtake. BYU may have just won their first national title. We don't know the official scores, but I think it's safe to say that BYU just won their first national title. The Cougars out of Provo coming in here and stopping NAU from winning their 4th national title in a row.